Now, in this video, we'll be studying about the course of the revolution, how the revolution started. We studied previously what caused the revolution to start. In the course is how the revolution was, carried out, and what happened after the revolution is post-revolution. Please keep your pencils in your hand and please underline the important dates or names that I'll be mentioning. In 1789, the French government found itself in the grip of huge financial crisis. So on 5th May 1789, the King Louis XVI summoned a meeting of the Estates General to get their consent to impose new taxes. As the commoners, that is the Third Estate, was in majority, so they demanded that the matters put before the assembly should be declared by majority of votes. But the other two estates were against this. The commoners declared the Third Estate as a national or as the National Assembly. Please underline National Assembly. And this proved to be the beginning of the French Revolution. Now this is the main part where things started changing, where the French Revolution started. And what happened is, there were useless wars, unnecessary expenditures. So it's but natural that there will be a shortage of money. So like previously, what the kings used to do is they used to have a meeting and new taxes used to be imposed on the commoners. That means the Third Estate people. The Third Estate people realized that this was not right. This was not a good thing that was being done to them, because the main burden they were dealing with, they were the ones who were giving all the money. So what they did is they said that if a tax has to be imposed, everybody will get together and decide, and whatever majority it is, the larger number, whatever is decided, that should be based on the majority decision. And in majority, who was there? It was the Third Estate. So it's but natural the Third Estate, if they were in majority, they would make a rule or a decision which would benefit everyone and which was just. Whereas the First and the Second Estate people, they didn't want to listen, because they knew that if they listened to the commoners, they would also have to start. They got used to that comfortable life. So now when somebody is telling them to that things need change, they don't want to, because what they always did was very conveniently pass the burden on to someone else. They were just interested in having a comfortable, secure, easy life without any work hard. So when they were being unjust, that's when the Third Estate formed the National Assembly. What happened in the National Assembly is what we're going to study. And this proved to be the beginning of the French Revolution. When the National Assembly was formed, it was formed by the Third Estate people. That's the time the revolution actually started getting serious, or rather started forming or reaching some concrete hardcore form process. The king declared the decision of the assembly invalid and dismissed some of the members of the Third Estate. The king, obviously, he's not going to go against his own. So what he did is he refused to follow whatever decision was made. He didn't want to, very conveniently. And people who revolted against them, he got rid of them. And some of the members of the Third Estate, that means people also who were a part of the deciding body, he got rid of them too. This led to the nationwide protest. Now what happened is the entire nation started protesting. Protesting is when you decide you don't want to follow. You are standing up against something. So they started. Angry mobs stormed the Bastille on 14th July 1789. They freed the prisoners and razed the jail building to the ground. The fall of the Bastille marked the fall of the monarchy. Now what happened is, when the king, he very conveniently said, I'm not going to listen to whatever decision is made. That's when the people started getting very angry. They stormed out. They went to the Bastille on the 14th of July 1789. This is very important. What was the Bastille all about? What was the revolt? This is very important. These lines are extremely important. That A mob is a group of people who were very angry. They went, started breaking things down, started causing destruction, broke down the walls because unfairly people were being imprisoned. So they freed them, and that's the time they clearly refused to follow what the king said. That was the end, or rather, the fall of the monarchy. Monarchy would be in power when people listen to the king. Now people refuse to listen to the king. What did they do? They completely revolted. And revolted to the extent that they went violent. They started breaking things down. They didn't care about the law because they realized, or rather they felt, that the law was being unjust, so they didn't want to respect the law now. They wanted to take the law in their own hands. Right? On 20th June, the representation of the Third Estate Assembly in the hall of an indoor tennis court in the grounds of Versailles, they declared themselves a national assembly and swore not to disperse till they had drafted a constitution for France that would limit the powers of the monarchy. So these people were hell bent. They were, you could say, stubborn, or they were so firm that they would not leave the tennis court premises in the Versailles if the constitution was not drafted. What is a constitution? Constitution is basically a set of rules and regulations that everybody in a country or in a nation need to follow. They have to be, like, for instance, if you want to play a game, there have to be certain rules and regulations. If you don't follow the rules and regulations, the game won't have it's fun, it won't have there'll be a lot of clash happening. So if you want a country to progress, you need to make sure that there are certain rules, people follow them, there's a certain discipline being followed, because when there's a discipline in a nation, that's a nation that progresses, that's a nation that develops, that's a nation that is happy. Rules and regulations should be for everyone. It's not that only a certain section of society needs to follow the certain rules, especially if it's the lower section. Some people are violating the rules and they are set free. That's unfair. And that is the main reason why the National Assembly was formed. That is another reason why the whole French Revolution started. It was because there was a lot of disparity. There was a lot of, unfair rules that were happening. There was a lot of sections of society that were really suffering, and there were some who had no effect. In fact, they were benefiting. So all the French people wanted that there should be a constitution drafted. That means it should be made sketch, or rather rough, so that people have a certain area, what to do, what not to do, what can you do, till what extent, what privilege you have, what is the limitation. So all these things need to be very clear, and all the people need to understand and respect it. It shouldn't be unfair. So this is about the course of the revolution. Now, post-revolution, what happened after they started revolting? The National Assembly then made its declaration of the rights of man. These included liberty, equality, and the rights to resist oppression. Louis XVI refused to agree to this, and so he and his family were arrested and guillotined. Now, what is that? That means it's a device when people's neck is cut. If the king didn't listen, he obviously didn't want to follow the rules. So the people, what they did, they arrested him and the entire family and got his head cut off. This was the state of the reign of terror, where people, if they didn't listen to the rules, now these are fair rules. If anybody didn't listen to the new rules, they were immediately execution. Their necks were cut off by Maximilien Robespierre, which lasted until 1794. So this whole system where there are two poles and there's a blade and a person, he dropped the blade and a person's neck cuts off, that existed till 1794. During that time, thousands of people were arrested and put to death. Austria, Britain, Netherlands, Prussia, Spain all declared war on France. Frightened by this turn of events, Robespierre's colleagues ordered his execution. Now, what happened is, when people were being killed like this and laws were not being followed, there was a state of confusion. And Robespierre, his colleagues ordered his execution. That means he was also put to death. A new government, the Directoire, was set up. The threat of civil war in 17